EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel State, where the legacy of the late, great Sam Mills lives on with each pound of the drum. And that means we are ready for football here at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Carolina Panthers. On the visitors' sideline, Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald. His guys flew across the country for this one. Always tough to play in the early slate of games when making that trek. His counterpart on the other side, the Panthers' Dave Canales. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. The numbers on the ground last week for Hubbard. 21 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity, because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we have a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he is going to have the Panthers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. Out of the gun, it's Young. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
60 red.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Ready?
Young off the play fake. Throw out wide is incomplete. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, it's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the number 1 overall offense in the league.
Ready, ready. Ready.
Now Young. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Oh, good return up past the 30. Carolina getting set to take the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
On 4th down, Carolina going to send out Sam Martin to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They called out a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Under center, it'll be the Southern California native standing at 6'4", Sam Darnold.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And trying to find Jackson Smith-Njigba, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Carolina defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because, guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them. And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Here's Darnold. He finds his man complete. That's Horton. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. And we know they'll be here before you know it.
Play action. It's Darnold. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touchdown.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And friend, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now, he's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Now, here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. It's Young off play action. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards that time.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Yellow, 43. Ready?
Here's Young from the shotgun. Looking underneath and finding Hubbard. And he's taken down inside the 30. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a 1st down here.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now Young. Checks this down to Hubbard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 1st downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Or it could have gone for more.
Ready?
Straight ahead with Hubbard. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Set.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Ja'Tavion Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are back within a score.
for good reason. Quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. The numbers for Walker last week. 22 carries, up over 130 yards and a touchdown.
One thing I do know, teams in the NFL don't treat this like a pitcher throwing the no-hitter. It's been mentioned all week long about going out and getting him the rushing title. He'll see the ball, and he'll see it often.
Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Seattle.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd and 7. Now it's Darnold. As it complete to Jackson, Smith-Njigba. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 21. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Darnold down to throw. Open man is Barner, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 1 now. They'll try for the 1st with Walker. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Cooper Kupp, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Seahawks take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Now Myers for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Hubbard. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Okay, ready?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Ready?
The play fake. Now Young. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Young. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Leonard Williams. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold headed back out there. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
On the double. Down.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Leonard Williams. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he is the NFL leader in passing yards here in the penultimate week of the season as he looks to finish strong in order to capture the crown. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Darnold. Outright to Smith-Njigba. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
Gain of 10 yards. And the Seahawks, 1st down.
Now Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. 2nd down and 3. Back to throw, Darnold. He finds his man, complete. It's Horton. 7 yards there and a 1st down. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And he's got a man. Downfield is Horton. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
That's another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Off of play action, Darnold. They'll get this complete to the tight end, Barner. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
You see this a lot on corner blitzes because they don't often get a shot at the quarterback, so they want to take it when they can. But this time, the hit came too late. Easy call for the official.
End zone call. Touchdown, Seattle. Torrey Horton, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to widen their advantage. So that touchdown pass number 51 for him on the year. And it moves him past 2 guys at 50, 2 of the best ever, Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. Brady had 50 in 2007, and Mahomes did it in 2018. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
To kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Young will set to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances, and he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. They'll let this go deep for Smith-Njigba. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He finds his man, complete. It's Horton. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Hope you're all having a very happy holiday season as we run through these final few games of the calendar year 2025. Here are the highlights. Our tour around the NFL starts now at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. The Bengals at home to take on the Arizona Cardinals. And this is Kyler Murray. He'll locate his Pro Bowl tight end, Trey McBride. A 17-yard touchdown pass. From there, we go to SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Let's check in on the Chargers as they host the Houston Texans. And this is Najee Harris. The team got into the red zone. He gets into the end zone. A 10-yard touchdown run. The Chargers get back to 500 at 8-8. They get the victory here in Week 17. Lastly, we go up to Lambeau Field. It's the Packers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. And it's the NFL's all-time leading rusher as a quarterback, Lamar Jackson. Thinking about throwing, then decides to run. He's in for a 10-yard touchdown. With that, we'll show you the playoff picture in the NFC. Still lots to be decided as we speed towards a conclusion next week. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Play action. It's Darnold. Right side, he finds his receiver, Horton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's another Seahawks. First down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. To throw is Darnold. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got this down to the 35.
13 more yards. That's another Seahawks. First down.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. He'll get this one to Cobb, complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down. A gain of 15. And the Seahawks first down.
Faking the give, Darnold. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing again is Darnold. Throw left side, complete to Cobb. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Now it's Darnold. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Maurice Hurst able to record his 5th sack of the season. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, if nothing else, some signs of life here, Charles, because you're facing a big deficit, but at least they were able to prevent 3 more from getting on the board there with a nice block.
And that's how they're comforting themselves on the sidelines right now, because they certainly didn't execute well on that play at all. Bottom line, exactly what you said. They didn't need the 3, but they sure don't like giving up a block. They'll have something to work on as they get into practice next week.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Block swap.
On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Panthers, first down.
Set, ready.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll go again here with Hubbard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Big Leonard Williams, the one who came in and got him. So their task a little bit more difficult now. Second and 13 that they're walking up on. Got a man. That's Leggett. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now third down and 6 to go.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up third and 6.
Young to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
There's Sam Martin now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense had Cooper Kupp making their way back out. And he was pretty much unguardable in that first half. You see the numbers there as they try to add to him here in this third quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
A gain of 19 yards.
Darnold now to throw.
First down, Seahawks.
Going right back to Smith-Njigba. And he's brought down. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Seahawks, first down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Smith-Njigba with a grab. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11.
Darnold to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up third and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First down. First and goal, Seattle.
Here's Walker. And he's going to be hemmed in and blocked down right at the line of scrimmage. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brings up third and goal.
Now Darnold. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So on fourth down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Carolina getting set to take the field. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And As you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Short throw hauled in by Trimble. So they'll get nothing out of that play. 3rd and 7 now.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd
Young.
and 7.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. To the left side, he's got McMillan. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Set, hut.
Now Young. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Boye Mafe in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Young. Now he'll tuck this and run. Young scrambling and able to pick up the first with his legs.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Ready, set,
In
hut.
motion left, that's Thielen.
Ready.
To throw, Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Quick, yellow.
The Seahawks 7-yard line.
Ready.
Young. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play.
Let's go.
Hubbard is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield with man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Young with it, 3rd and goal. He'll try to pick, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Bryce Young taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Panthers get a bit closer. They were looking to pass the ball there, but
They forgot to account for the man with the football. Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. He'll let this go deep for Smith-Njigba. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Darnold. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Following the interception, Young. This ball complete to Thielen going across the middle. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Open man, once again, it's Thielen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now here's Young. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Leonard Williams getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Young from the shotgun. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all,
ready?
Do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That one complete to again. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Young and the offense staying put. They're going to go for it.
Here we go. Set, go. Yellow, 22. Ready?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That'll be caught. It's caught. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
18. That's good for a Seahawks. 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Seattle.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Darnold. Open man is Barner, the tight end. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And the Seahawks, first down.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
From the 46, here's the second and 8. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Walker with another carry. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Second and 11. And Darnold wants to throw the football. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Nick Scorton able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, Darnold and Carolina left with a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Young working out of the gun. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Ready, go. Blue, 32. Ready?
Young now. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Yes.
It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go. Set, cut.
Looking to throw. Young. Got a man. That's Leggett. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Leonard Williams My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
Striker, 3-3.
Young will set to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23.
That's another Panthers.
And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. 2nd and 10. Here's Young. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. It'll be Young again. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
4th down, Young. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he comes into these final couple of games as the NFL's leader in touchdown passes. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So the victory here for Seattle. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours, right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer Tim Karen said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to psychologically tell us what to do, as well as prepare our bodies the same way.
So for the Seahawks, they have indeed reached a perfect 16-0, but now still one game remains before they join the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to finish a regular season unbeaten. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.